focusing on, um, in this case, the quality of the content, really you're just kind of like spiraling.
The following program is rated S for stuttering. This program includes content that some may find disturbing, such as repetition, blocks, variations of the sounds and moments of uncomfortable silence, and many more. This is for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you.
I've been chasing 100% for as long as I can remember. If I feel one thing falling apart within a project or situation, I shut down completely and bail. It's exhausting, embarrassing, and honestly kind of ridiculous. This obsession with perfection in my creative life leaves me stuck, inconsistent, and low-key depressed. So why does my brain insist on perfecting every single detail? And is there any appeal in this insanity? I could not tell you the amount of projects and songs and just anything creative that I've ever created that just literally rests on my hard drive and has never seen the light of day. I put this imaginary goal in my mind, and I feel like if whatever I'm working on does not 100% fit that goal, then it does not deserve to see the light of day. And so I never put it out. I never upload it. I never publish it. I never show it to anyone, which is, for a creator, really bad. And there's also this like imposter syndrome that I feel like a lot of us go through, especially as creatives, where we think that we aren't good enough, that whatever we're talking about, whatever we're trying to share with our audience or with the internet isn't worth sharing. No one's going to get it. No one's going to care. No one's going to like it. And so we just say, or we just think that it's better to not ever put anything out, rather than to put something mediocre out and get mediocre praise or whatever. And it's that validation that I feel like we all seek from our peers and really just from strangers that can leave us having hard drives full of unfinished projects, unfinished songs, that honestly could have turned into something great, and it could have been something bigger than you, bigger than me, but because we get in our head so much, and mainly talking about me, I get into my head a lot. It stops us from reaching our full potential because we're so stuck on 100%. Not only do we have this weight of feeling like we need to be perfect, but there's also this fear of judgment. And I know, at least for me, as a person who stutters, I literally find or I feel like I'm able to be my complete self. My I'm able to show a side of myself on this camera, on your screen, that I normally wouldn't show when I'm out in the real world, right? I still have this fear that people are going to comment on my videos, nasty things like, why are you saying and after every word, after every sentence? Why are there just like random pauses in your speech? Like or like I've gotten a few comments where they were like where like they wrote a whole novel trying to tell me how to edit my own videos because I wasn't cutting out every single and but the whole point of me showing myself on here is that I'm trying to show, my authentic self, which I will also be talking about in another video. But so like why would I cut out all that, right? And there's also this debate of like quality over quantity that that I really struggle with, because on one hand, um going back to what I said previously, I have so many footage that I filmed last year that I could have been uploading, and I would have had to even have like this like year break. But I was going through the footage, and I'm like, nah, I don't like the way that I said that. I don't like the way that I explained this. You know, I was having trouble with the way that I was um scripting my videos, and I felt like the way that I was scripting the videos and the way that I was talking in those videos wasn't like 100% me, which again, that whole like chasing 100%, the more that I try and make something perfect, or um make it my definition of perfect, the more that um I feel like it becomes performative. And not only that, I end up scrapping the idea altogether. It's just like it's really a struggle trying to find that like medium ground between quality and and a quantity. But which I'm still trying to find. I'm not the most consistent a creator, you know. But yeah, it's just like um it's definitely a real life struggle that I struggle with every single day. Chasing perfection often disguises procrastination as focus, because you think because you're working on this one piece of content for hours and hours and hours, um that you're actually getting somewhere, when really you're just going around in circles. So like really you're not really focusing on um in this case the quality of the content. Really you're just kind of like spiraling. This idea of perfectionism is really just fear. And there's also a toss between trying to be real and trying to be honest, but not too honest and not too real, where I like scare people away. Like how how I was saying that I don't want to cut out every single and I don't want to like have to um redo each of my sections every single time, just because I had a block, or just because I was stuttering on a word really bad. But at the same time, I'm like, I want people to understand me. I want people to actually take away something from this. But I don't know. It's like, at what cost? I wouldn't be my authentic self, because Kayla, me, you know, in my day to day life, I can't just go around and like um, edit my speech, you know, in real time. So that's why I kind of treat my content um similar to how I would be having a conversation, or a discussion uh with like an actual a human being. Welcome to Brain Dump. Um Today's brain dump topic is, why can't I just post it? So I know I like basically went into this already, but I just want to say that this question has been lingering on my mind since last year, when I stopped filming and editing for this channel. Because I'm looking through everyone else's social media, I'm looking through everyone else's YouTube channels, and majority of them are still grinding, they're still posting, you know, like they're on an actual consistent schedule. You know, obviously sometimes, you know, creatives have to take breaks, you have to take mental breaks, and like that's fine, but a whole year is not, you know, a mental break. It's a cry for help. And so I'm just sitting here wondering why I didn't just post like old content, you know, like, because nobody would know unless I said that it was old content, because I'm the, you know, I'm a one woman show, so I don't have anyone in here filming me, editing for me, scripting for me, all that. Like, I do it all myself, so nobody would know if this video was filmed 2 years ago or not, right? So I'm like, why didn't I just like upload those videos, so at least I would be on a consistent schedule while I finish rebranding, while I finish trying to decide what direction I wanted to take this channel, trying to figure out different like formats of how I want to edit this channel, of how I want to script, all that, right? But instead, a whole year, well, actually, really, now that we're in November, over a year has passed, and my channel has been dead, basically. And that whole year, like right now, I have 79 subscribers, and that's where I was left off since last year. I could have had 100, I could have had 200, I could have had 500 subscribers right now, And I'm saying that because I'm actually trying to like build my own brand. I'm trying to become self efficient and like actually make money off of doing things that I love to do. But how can I do that if I'm not consistent and I'm not consistently putting out content? I say that we should all just post our content, especially when you're just like starting out, which I'm basically just starting out. It doesn't have to be perfect, and there is no such thing as perfect content. Yeah, that was my little brain dump for this episode. Back to your regular programming. At the end of the day, I really want to get to a point where I can just let go, and I can feel that like freeing feeling of just posting content because I want to, because it's fun, because it brings me joy, or because maybe I get comments of people asking for different video topics for me to discuss. We can spiral, we can get overwhelmed, we could become anxious, depressed, and then we'll just be sitting on this gold for like months and months and months, and sometimes years, and you'll never know what might have happened if you would have put out that piece of mediocre content, or the content that you think sucked, or the video that you think sucked. That video could have possibly brought you sponsorship deals, just really just like anything good. And I feel like it's better for us to just post content rather than for us to not post the content, because really nothing bad can happen from you posting content, whether you think that that is perfect or not. The only thing that would happen is if people will like it or they won't like it. Like that's it, money's not gonna come out of your pocket. I mean, like we're gonna be fine, basically. I will chat with you guys in the next episode. What was that? I don't know what that was. Bye. I've been chasing 100% for as long as I can remember. If I feel one thing falling apart within the fact I'm messing up and I literally like word for word on here, make it make sense. Anyways,